Hey there everyone, welcome to the ukestuff channel and welcome to this video about making a concert ukulele into a baritone ukulele. Now I do need to thank Rich Davis for this experiment. I'm not sure how it's going to go, so the beginning of the video here is being recorded before I do anything. So just really roughly, I don't play a lot with different ukulele tunings or full tunings or partial tunings or drop tunings or anything like that. As a teacher, generally my students are using GCEA instruments, so that's what I focus on. And then because baritone is so popular, I also make the play-alongs for baritone. I make resources for baritone. And so when I play baritone, so here's for example my Mainland baritone, cedar top, rosewood back and sides. When I play baritone, that finger stretch is quite extreme, and I play concert most of the time. So here is my concert tom ukulele, and this one is going to be coming into play here in just a couple minutes. But if you look at how much smaller or closer the spacing is on the frets on the concert than the baritone, that makes sense, right? So is it playable? Sure. But when I'm making a video and I'm jumping from, for example, soprano to baritone or something like that, it can be pretty severe and it can throw me off a little bit when I'm actually making the tutorial videos as well. So I'm sort of used to playing concert almost all the time when I'm just playing for my own enjoyment. So Rich Davis posted the other day a video about someone else that took an existing concert and put on Pepe Romero's baby baritone strings. And again, I don't play with alternate tuning. So for example, here's my teeny tiny sopranissimo. This is the TTPK-25G by Ohana. For a while, I tried to run this instrument in the higher tuning. So it becomes, let's see, instead of GCEA, it becomes A, D, F sharp, B tuning. But then I'd go to like an ukulele event and I couldn't transpose that quickly on the fly. So, for example, in that case, when you're playing a C chord, it's actually D. So to think through that was just not easy for me at the time. Maybe it'd be easier today, but so what my solution was to get Fremont strings, soprano strings that were the Fremont hards, so that they'd be as stiff as possible without being floppy. And that's worked out pretty well on this instrument. So even like on a smaller scale instrument, I try to keep it in traditional GCA tuning than baritones and DGBE. So it just makes my life easier as I make these resources for people. I guess that makes sense. So what I'm going to be doing is taking this tom ukulele that I recently reviewed. I really like the looks of it, and it sort of has a very balanced sound. And considering that I like the looks of it, but I'm not in love with the strings on it. These, I believe, are the D'Addario clear nylons. I think they're the EJ65 strings. I'm not in love with them. I don't hate them, but I'm not in love with them. This is the perfect instrument to experiment by putting on the Pepe Romero strings. So that's what I'm going to do. What I'm not sure is what sort of modifications I'll need to make to the nut. I do have some nut slotting tools that I can use if I need to make the nut a little bit wider to accommodate a larger string. And also on the Pepe Romero package, it says it will give your 17-inch tenor ukulele baby baritone tuning to DGBE, not concert. Although the video clip that Rich showed was a person who converted to concert as well. That may work, it may not, maybe too floppy, and if that's the case, I'm just sacrificing one set of baby baritone strings and some D'Addario clear nylon strings that I'm not in love with. So what I wanted to do though was to play a sample on this for just this video, and so we can compare it to what it sounds like. Here is the Snowden Symphony by Mark Pugh, who runs Stone's Music in the UK. release. And a little bit of the uke stuff little song that I use. All right, now just as a comparison, here is that on the Mainland, same things. A little for release. Lots of sustain on this one. I'm off to go change some strings. I don't know if I'll be recording the rest of this tonight or if it'll show up at another time. Doesn't matter. It'll show up as one video for you. So after I'm done talking about putting on the Pepe Romero strings and if there was any modification needed on the nut or anything like that, then I'll do some sound samples. All right, I'm actually back before I'm done changing the strings. I just opened the package of the Pepe Romero strings and I saw it said numbered bead guide, and I looked. And one of the very cool things here is that each of the strings comes numbered, but numbered on a bead. And that bead could be used for a number of things. So that's pretty cool. I just wanted to share that because I've never seen that before. Maybe that's true of all the Pepe Romero strings. I don't know. I've never really ordered any other Pepe Romero strings. So before I go and put these on the ukulele, I wanted to show you what they looked like when they just came right out of the package. All right, I'm back. It's the same night, and I've been playing with it for a while. It's still going out of tune quite a bit, but there it is with the baby baritone strings installed. And I did have to widen the nut on strings 4 and 2. 1 and 3 fit in pretty well, but I did need to widen the nut a little bit to allow for strings 4 and 2. So I'm kind of amazed by the result. When I play, for example, now the G chord, just ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing. When you hold it against your body, man, is it ever responsive. Now, I'm not going to say that it is a better sound than the pure Mainland solid wood ukulele. It's a better sound, but this again has a laminate back and sides, has a solid mahogany top, but it's also a concert. So if you look at the body size, it's like half of the body size. So it's truly like a sopranissimo baritone. And it's far more functional than a sopranissimo ukulele, right, as we're talking about it. So let me continue to tune up here, and I'll do that throughout the remainder of this video. That's string 1. Incidentally, I would say that string 1 is very close to what your C string would normally be with a fluorocarbon set. If not, string 2 is. And the strings 3 and 4 are wound out of necessity, otherwise you have to have a thick fluorocarbon string for those. And here is the sound sample of what I played at the beginning of the video. Still vibrating. And it just stopped. I mean, so it's louder and it really is responding well to the strings. Now I'm going to tune up again before I go to for release. Yeah, it's starting to hold. All right, a little bit of for release now with baritone tuning. And a little bit of the uke stuff theme. And even it holds out longer on that F chord where it died out so easily in the past. So what I've done is I've put chapters in the video with the sound tests of the different ukuleles. So if you want to compare those, instead of dropping them in different spots in this video, I figure you can just very quickly play a song and then go back and compare it just using the chapters that exist in the video, if that's okay. I also want to show what's happening with the harmonics here, so let me give it my best shot. 12 string. Do it again. Really popping out. 7th fret. 5th fret. Get in the right spot. Getting that one out is the hardest one to do. And the 5th string, if I can. There we go. So the harmonics are coming across really, really nicely with these baby baritone strings. But I thought I would end with a couple of my arrangements. If you go to buymeacoffee.com/ukestuff, you can actually buy my collection of Christmas carol arrangements. And here's Lo How a Rose E'er Blooming on the new baby baritone tom. Yeah, for feel, the strings aren't overly flabby or anything like that. Is it as good of a sound as this? No. By the way, these are living water strings. larger stretch for me to have to go on baritone. I'm used to playing concert. Now, how about one more song here? How about we just do traditional Silent Night by, Franz Gruber and Josef Mohr. First, on the new baby baritone tom. There we go. Low D, G, B, E. Here we go. Now on the mainland baritone. All right, so thank you for joining me for this really research attempt of what happens when you put on baby baritone ukulele strings on a concert. Incidentally, I also fixed one other problem with this ukulele, is it didn't have strap buttons, so I took care of that at the same time. So it also now has strap buttons for me to use. So strings are still settling a little bit, but I'm pretty impressed. The feel is good, the sound is decent. I consider this a successful experiment. It would probably work better yet on tenor with the larger body, but if you're a person that's used to playing concerts, by all means, and you'd like to play with baritone tuning without buying a baritone, and you have a extra concert laying around with metal frets, don't do this to like an Enyanova U, don't do that, or to a Flight TUC or a Flight TUSL because of the wound strings, don't do that. But if you have a traditional ukulele with metal frets, give it a try, see what you think. I think the strings are around $11. I got mine from Strings by Mail. This is not a paid endorsement, but I usually get my strings from them. They ship quickly. It's a $3 shipping charge, and I usually buy a few sets of different things at one time. In this case, I picked up another pack of my favorite Martin M600s, and also I wanted to try the All-Fluorocarbons, which I have not tried. This had the clear nylon D'Addarios on them, which I'm not a fan of. I do not like the D'Addario titanium strings at all, so I wanted to try the fluorocarbons and see what I thought of those, as I've tried so many different types of fluorocarbons. All right, that's it for this video. Thank you for sticking through it. I hope you're having a great day. I did play some Christmas music, so if you're watching this near the holidays, a Merry Christmas to you if you celebrate Christmas. In our family we do, so that's why I say Merry Christmas to you. And I hope you're having a great day. I'll be back soon with some more uke stuff for you.